past the fire line, you'll see a lot of this pink residue, which is fire retardant. Broken limbs, broken power lines, and broken homes. As the Thomas County Sheriff's Office says, put down the sausage biscuit and the makeup.
Noelani.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you just caught that, Julie, but that was the wind that almost toppled over my camera. 11 minus 5.
6.
It was actually ripped from the ground last night, came crashing down. Is there anything you don't know?
No.
Monday, officials say 150-foot flames jumped across 94, capturing the first 2 structures lost to the West Mims fire. Your plasma and gas, hydrogen and helium, 5,000 degrees Celsius, I'm feeling them. You're a little older than most friends I have, 4.6 billion years. Not bad. So that rap is about the sun. Thomas County investigators say these are the skimmers they seized from 2 different gas stations in Ocklawaha on Monday. Families are still out evaluating the damage. Like you see here at this home behind me, just mangled under fallen trees, a chunk of the side of its wall just completely missing. And that's not the crazy part. An expecting mother, her husband, and their 2 children were here and survived the entire thing. So far, they tell me they've sold more than 2,000 t-shirts and raised thousands. I'm sporting their signature pin that they gave me earlier this afternoon. They say anyone wanting to help, you can buy their t-shirts until this Sunday or make a donation at any time. For this wildlife refuge, the summer months mean baby season, which also means busy season for rescuing feathery and furry infants like this one. Local fire authorities say this is what a school bus would look like if it suddenly caught fire. This smoke quickly filling the school bus, giving drivers only moments to swiftly evacuate every student. Inside one of these UB classroom packs is 30 pouches, stuffed with everything a student needs to excel in the classroom. But what's even better than receiving one of these is when it's a total surprise. I'm on the water with Georgia DNR game wardens this afternoon while they check for important things like proper life jackets and impaired operators. I spoke with the owner earlier. He actually walked me through this shop, which is what you're seeing here. I mean, the roof completely gone, light fixtures just hanging down. You can hear them behind me right now. They're calling this survival training, and it comes on the heels of heartbreak for law enforcement across this country. Dozens of these furry adoptable friends are now boarding this school bus, finding refuge at Sunshine Animal Hospital in Central Florida, creating this powerful piece of art out of a fallen tree after one family's heartbreaking loss.
These panels, these large panels right here, and when it blew it out, it blew all 4 of my doors off of the tracks.
Owner Greg Clark showing what's left of Clark Transmissions.
It tore the whole roof off the top of it, and I have no earthly idea where that roof is. It's not on my property.
A violent storm taking only minutes to end more than 20 years of business on 4th Avenue.
As you can see, basically, the block walls is the only thing that's left standing now.
A financial and sentimental loss.
One day you're test driving vehicles up against this road, and now I may never be test driving a vehicle down here again.
The damage taking a toll on more than just Clark, but also his neighbors and community.
When I cry my tears off for what I'm going through, it's when I see Mr. Clark over across the street, he lost his whole building. And it's just devastating everywhere.
Clark's shop now torn, shattered and mangled. But his business unbroken, loyal customers and community support pulling him through hard times.
They've all had their own devastation, and yet they've showed sympathy for what's happened to me, and you know, it just shows you what a community this is.
Now we're all going to get out. We're going to talk about setting up the gear.
Dive Team Commander Lisa Maxwell training new public safety divers. A longtime investigator taking those skills and using them underwater. As an investigator, it's hard enough to carefully search a crime scene and collect evidence. So imagine that, but beneath the water's surface, they say the challenge increases tenfold. Instead of pool water, ponds, creeks, and rivers with zero visibility.
Best analogy that I can give is get on your hands and knees, close your eyes, and now search for that set of keys you threw on the floor.
A challenge the team faced just this May, responding to a drowning in Ocklawaha.
Our divers were getting entangled in the huge trees that were underwater.
And if it's not that, it's safety.
Water moccasin or a boat, we need to talk. Instead of you having to come up, we can keep you on the bottom and talk like we are right now.
Thousands of dollars worth of gear I put to use with a diver while underwater. What are you guys learning for water rescue?
If the person is unconscious, if the person is dead, how to handle each situation.
Stephanie Hadley, new to the 14-man team, with up to 7 months left of cross-training.
It's something new and exciting when you get in the water and you can help people that are in need.
An underwater mission of rescue and recovery. In Thomasville, Noelani Mathews, WCTV, Eyewitness News.
Crazy that this is such a place that we live in.
2 years ago, in search of a home, Michelle Dean's family ended up here, the former museum of an American folk artist, Laura Pope Forrester.
It is mind-boggling. Her artwork is featured all over the world.
A national treasure with roots in Grady County, each day learning Pope's work from the inside out. One in particular sculpted into their statue wall.
A memorial to the Queen and her family's fidelity to America and to the cause of freedom.
Soon, an idea the Dean family would share with Her Majesty, the Queen of England.
We should write the letter, like my brother said, because the statue wall ain't getting any younger.
Madam, it is my heart that you know 70 years after this event.
She says they wrote that letter to Her Majesty, the late Queen's daughter, back in May, never expecting they'd receive this in their mailbox just months later.
Oh my golly, the Queen wrote our family a letter.
Shocked by the airmail sent from Buckingham Palace.
May I take this opportunity to send my good wishes to you and your family at this time.
It's like mind blown because it was a lot of months, about 3 months, and I was like, oh, I give up. But then all of a sudden, boom, it came back.
A royal treat for the Deans and an honor to Pope's legacy. In Grady County, Noelani Mathews, WCTV, Eyewitness News.
Sure. Noelani Mathews joins us now from a historic neighborhood in downtown Cairo. One home in particular, Noe, catching a lot of attention lately, I should say. Tell us why.
Ben, Julie, anyone following Cairo's damage on social media have probably run across a few pictures of Tim White's home here. Despite all of this damage here in Cairo, even some that he's facing himself, he's making people laugh with a humorous sign that he's placed in his front yard. It says, "Historic home for sale, minor roof damage." You'll see why it's so funny here shortly, but White tells me that he's choosing humor to help deal with the pain. The newest sign to Tim White's collection, each one marking the days since the storm.
Is your glass half full or half empty? I mean, it's how you look at this that will get you through it.
Amidst the damage and devastation, White choosing to laugh when at moments he wants to cry.
I sat on the porch and I needed to do something. And I didn't know what to do.
So, White grabbed a piece of torn wood and paint he'd been using to restore his home. A thought with only one goal, to spread joy in hard times.
Just wanted to channel it into something funny, that we could not take things so seriously that we lose, like stuff, because we're all healthy.
The Cairo community thankful, responding to his latest sign with this.
Our glass is half full. Grady County, unbroken, Cairo, strong.
Definitely a glass half full, a lot here. I've just been seeing that kind of attitude just by people among Cairo. Here in front of White's home, it's been busy with cars all day. People stopping by, driving by just to take pictures of the sign. The big question now is, will there be a third sign tomorrow? Well, White tells me that he has a feeling there will be another one, and he just wants to make sure that that message is positive. For now, reporting live in Cairo, I'm Noelani Mathews. Guys, back to you.
Wow, Noelani, thank you. We saw that sign. You saw it yesterday.
Wow,
we were driving
right?
around.
And we stopped the car.